yung impedance and admittance diagram mo na yun, magagawa mo yun through per unit analysis. Once you have converted into per unit analysis, you could now solve any type of power system problem, mapabalance or unbalance. Ang problema lang, pag ginawa natin unbalance yung system natin, kailangan mong gumamit ng symmetrical components. Kaya yung isang diagram dati doon, naging tatlo. Nagkaroon ka ng positive, negative, and zero sequence. Now, solving those type of problems requires you to solve them using fundamental circuit laws. KVL, KCL, pwede ka rin mag-apply ng mga method of circuit analysis, Ohm's law, circuit theories, etc. And so, ang problem is, pag mas marami yan, o mas marami tayong mga circuit, mas mahirap. There's another way of solving problems in electrical engineering if you remember your circuits 2 at saka circuits 1. And that is through matrix algebra. So sa matrix algebra, madali lang natin makukuha yun kasi pag naka-matrix na siya, pwede na natin makuha yung voltage, yung current, and impedance directly. Kasi di ba ginagawa sa operation ng matrix, mas madali ang multiplication, etc. Kahit complex number yan, mas madali na siya kumpara naka-equation. So, the problem with that is we need to know how to create your matrix. So, for today, we would be discussing yung first type ng matrix na gagamit natin sa power system, and that would be the admittance matrix. Dalawang paraan para mag-solve ng admittance matrix. Yung una is yung direct substitution or tinatawag natin nodal method, and yung pangalawa is yung by use of singular transformation. So, doon muna tayo sa first one. So, yung matrix equation natin sa bus admittance is composed of nodal voltages to the current that flow into the output of the network. Or simply, Ohm's law. Current injected, WB uninjected, is equal to your admittance multiplied by your voltage. You need to remember na itong voltage natin sa mga nodes na to, ang tawag natin doon yung mga substation bus. So kung saan kami mga substation, doon kami mga nodes. On the other hand, yung mga branches mo, yun yung mga wires na nagko-connect sa mga nodes natin sa circuit. Ang tawag naman natin doon sa power system na will be your transmission line and your transformer. And lastly, yung pumapasok sa node or yung lumalabas sa node, yung injected current na yun, yun yung mga generator, motors, or load natin. So, simple analogy that you need to remember kasi throughout this course, baka magulat kayo bakit yung node ginagawa natin substation, bakit yung branches natin is transmission line and transformers, etc. So ito na yun, i-describe na natin. So all of your single line diagram, once you have already that, would be converted into a network. And that network composes of nodes, branches, and your sources or your loads. Now, in forming yung admittance matrix natin, you need to use what you have learned sa nodal analysis. And that is current in is equal to current out. Or simply, injected current is equal to the current going to the loads or to the other sources or to the motors. Wherein, in our case, that will be composed of your admittance multiplied by your voltage. And admittance, from what you have already known, is just the inverse of your impedance, or simply 1 over R plus Jx. So let's say we consider a 4-bus system. So ito yung ating 4-bus system composing of 2 generators and ito yung mga substations natin. Now from the given single line diagram, i-convert natin siya sa impedance diagram. So we all remember na yung generator natin or motor could be equivalent to a Thevenin's equivalent circuit that is composed of impedance in series with a voltage source. At the same time, yung ating mga transmission line or other factors could be converted into a transmission blocks or yung blocks natin. Now, eto, impedance diagram natin. Wala yung pinagkaiba sa mga drawing nyo. Dito lang, ginawa lang natin mga blocks o mga rectangle yan. Pwede mo pa rin gawin yung mga inductor that is still a impedance diagram. As long as yung mga values mo ay naka-impedance, you consider that as an impedance diagram. Now, ang tanong, paano magiging admittance diagram yan? Unang-una, co-convert mo lahat to sa admittance. Ibig sabihin, i-convert natin bawat isa dito sa inverse niya. So, kukunin mo yung 1 over J1, 1 over J.8, 1 over J.4, 1 over J.2, 1 over J.08, and 1 over J.2. At the same time, your voltage source would be converted into a current source. So, remember source transformation. Sa source transformation, if you have a voltage in series with an impedance, para maging current source siya, ipaparallel natin yung kanyang impedance or admittance. So, lilipat ko sa kabilang slide, makikita nyo magiging ganito lang siya. Kagaya pa rin siya ng una, ang nangyari lang is ginawa na natin current source. Eh, lahat ng mga impedance ko is ginawa ko admittance. So, 1 over J1, 1 over J.8, 1 over J.5, or whatever value, and so on. From there, mag-a-apply na tayo ng KCL, or Kirchhoff's current law. So, umpisahan natin dito sa node 1. Okay. Kung sa node 1, ano ba nakikita natin? May current na pumapasok sa kanya. And we call that I1. The rest, such as this one, are loads. So, meaning to say, kung meron kang current na pumapasok, anong ginagawa ng iba? Nag-a-absorb siya ng current. Kaya pag nag-KCL tayo, current in, which is I1, is equal to current out. Pinag-add natin yung tatlong na yun. So, pag sinimplify natin, Y10, V1, saan ang galing yan? Ito yun. And ang voltage natin dyan is galing sa bus 1. Y12, ito yun. Which is V1 minus V2. Y13, V1 minus V3. We repeat the process dito sa node 2. So, pag inulit natin ulit, current in is equal to current out. So, ilan yung out natin? Ito yung una. Y20, V2. Y21, V2 minus V1. And Y23, V2 minus V3. Then, we go sa node 3. Ito naman. Ano naman pagkukuha natin sa node 3 natin dyan? Yung sa node 3 natin dyan would be lahat, wala kang source. Lahat is load. So, puro out. Kaya magiging Y31, V3 minus V1, Y32, V3 minus V2, and Y34, V3 minus V4. And lastly, node 4. Ito na yung node 4 natin. Wala tayong na-absorb, wala tayong binibigay, so absorb lang lahat. Kaya Y43, V4 minus V3. Okay. What we would do next is just to make the equations much more appealable, or kumbaga pagandahin lang natin yung tsura. So, sinimplify natin siya. Y10, Y12, piyansama lang natin lahat. Afterwards, yung sa baba, ginawa lang natin in terms of matrix. So, naka-matrix ito yung admittance natin, ito yung voltage ko, and ito yung current ko. Yung makikita nyo sa gitna, yan yung tinatawag natin admittance matrix. Now, mula dun sa mga pinakita natin, ito na siya. Kumbaga, sinabstitute natin yung value. Ito yung admittance matrix. Ano mapapansin nyo sa admittance matrix natin? Makikita nyo, lahat ng off-diagonal element mo ay symmetrical. Pag sinabi natin symmetrical, ang ibig sabihin nun, yung 1, 2 mo equal sa 2, 1. Yung 1, 3 ko equal sa 3, 1. Yung 2, 3 ko equal sa 3, 2. Hindi tama yung gagawin yung matrix pag hindi siya symmetrical in nature. O kailangan makita nyo symmetrical. Then, if you look at the diagonal element, siya lang yung opposite yung sign. Palagi opposite yung sign. Or, pag pinag-add mo lahat ng mga element na nakakabit sa bus 1, yun yung kanyang sum. Kaya mula doon, pwede mong sabihin na diagonal element is just the summation ng lahat ng elements connected to it, and of diagonal element is just the negative of its value. And it is always symmetrical along the leading diagonal line. Tawag natin dyan admittance matrix by inspection or nodal equation method. Okay. Para mas madaling intindihin, lagyan natin ng example. Okay. Now, yung system data na sinasabi natin ng palagi is usually composed of parameters such as this one. Pwede kayo makakuha ng system data na ang bigay lang sa inyo is ganyan. From start to end, yung kanyang reactance value at saka kung ano siya, generator ba siya, motor siya, or load. So, necessarily ba meron kang single line diagram? Hindi necessary yung meron kang single line diagram. Pwede ka magkaroon ng data, pwede hindi sa inyo bigay yung single line diagram. Pag nag-request kayo sa operating, pwede ganyan lang bigay sa inyo. So, ibig ba sabihin niya, hindi nyo magagawa yung single line? Hindi. Kaya nyo gawin yung single line diagram basing on this one. So, kung titignan natin, meron kang 5 buses. Paano natin laman 5 buses? Kasi from 1 to 5 ka dito. From here, pwede kong gawin yung single line diagram. Take note that the single line diagram is just a graphical representation. Pag sinabi mong graphical representation, hindi necessarily yung pwesto na niyan sa single line diagram is tama. Kasi baka magtaka kayo, bakit yung substation ng Cavite, ang katabi is substation, for example, ng Bulacan. Which is hindi naman malapit yung Cavite sa Bulacan. Walang ibig sabihin nun. Ang single line is just a graphical representation. Kaya natin pinaglalapit sila kasi baka meron nga talagang transmission line na nagkoconnect sa Cavite papunta Bulacan or vice versa. So, yun lang yung ibig sabihin nun. So, i-drawing natin to. Meron ako 5 buses, so papakita ko yung 5 bus system natin. So, pwede natin sabihin bus 1, bus 2, kahit saan pwede may lagayan, ganyan na lang drawing gusto ko. Okay, generator 1. So, generator 1 daw may nakakapit dito sa bus 1. Okay, then meron akong reactance na 1. So, then, generator 2 nasa 5 plus 5. Then, may reactance din tayo. So, reactance natin dyan is 1.5. Okay, then may nakakabit ako from bus 1 papuntang bus 2. So, pwede natin sabihin ito yung aking transmission line from bus 1 papuntang bus 2. And I have a value of J.4. Then may nakakabit ako bus 1 papuntang bus 3. Then ang value natin is J.5. Then meron akong bus 2 papuntang bus 3. So meron akong reactance na 0.25. Then what else? Meron tayong bus 2 papuntang bus 5. So ilan yung reactance natin ng bus 2? 0.23. Bus 3 papuntang bus 4. Meron tayong reactance na 0.125. And bus 4 papuntang bus 5. Okay, so yan yung ating single line diagram. So, regardless of meron kang single line diagram or meron kang system data, you could one from the other. So, pwede mangyari, bigay sa inyo single line. Provided na may mga input data yun. Kasi pwede drawing lang. Siyempre, pag drawing lang yun, hindi mo masasolve yun. Kailangan may mga inputs yun. For example, ratings nila, etc. So, mas maganda kung makuha nyo yung data or yung system data lang. Kasi wala sa system data, kaya nyo gawin yung single line. Yung single line kasi, baka kulang yung given lang doon, hindi nyo rin masasolve siya. So, yun yung magiging problema natin. So, from here, meron na tayong single line diagram. Gusto kong gawin yung aking admittance diagram. So, paano natin gagawin yung admittance diagram natin dito? I-convert muna natin siya. So, meron akong bus 1 here. Meron akong current source. Tawagin ko na lang I1 na naka-parallel sa reactance natin. So, ano yung reactance ko? 1 over J1. Kasi ito, yung admittance ko pala. Ito ay J1 reactance. So, ang first nun, 1 over J1, which is negative J. Okay, so bus 1, may nakakabit ako papuntang bus 2. So, sabihin natin ito yun, papuntang bus 2. Ang value natin, 1 over J, 0.4. So, ano yung 1 over J, 0.4? Negative J, 2.5. Sa bus 2, meron ako papuntang bus 3. Okay, sabihin natin ano yung bus 3 ko. Ano yung 2 to 3 natin? 1 over J, 0.25. So, yun yun. Negative J, negative 4. Negative 4. So, meron na akong bus 2 papuntang bus 3. Meron din akong bus 2 papuntang bus 5. Tawagin na natin ito yung bus 5 group. So, 1 over J, 0.2. Negative 5. Negative J5. Then, meron akong current source. Yung parallel with admittance. Ito yung aking I5. 1 over J, 1.25. Negative J, 8. May bus 5 na tayo. Ayan yun ha. Bus
0.8.
0.8. Yung 1.25.
Ako, sir.
0.8.
1.8 na nga.
O 0.125. 0.125 kasi din sir.
0.125, sir. Namali ka, sir, na sulat, sir.
Oo sir. 0.125.
1.25.
G2.
Dito tayo.
O 0.5 nga sir.
0.8, sir.
Ay 0.8 pala sir.
0.8 to.
0.8.
Okay, balik tayo sa bus 3. So, meron ka nakakabit pa ng bus 4. So, 1 over J, 1.25. Ilan to? 1 over J, 0.125.
Negative base.
Yan yung negative. Then, yung bus 5 natin, meron pang nakakabit na isa. Papuntang 4. So, ilan yan? 1 over J. 1
0.5, sir.
0.5.
Negative J.
2.
So, ano pa yung kulang natin?
1 to 3, sir.
Yung 1 to 3. Ilan yun? 1 over J, 0.25.
Point 2 ulit, sir.
So ito, wala namang problema kahit yung nag-itsura ng diagram nyo, basta tama yung connection niya. So ang tawag natin dito is admittance diagram. Ito, ang tawag natin dito, single line. Now, pag ito, imbis na admittance, ang given natin is impedance, sa tawag natin impedance diagram. So, drawing rin natin impedance diagram.
Patay na rin. Patay na rin. Namamatay na rin. Ito.
Gawin niyo man lang sa Sophia.
Ito na lang.
Yan daw, huwag mo na ito.
Swing mo na lang.
Yan, gusto ko may karyas.
Huwag mo na daw i-swing dapat. Huwag mo na daw i-swing.
Huwag na lang mag-drawing areas.
Yes, sir eh. Mas madali daw yun.
So, ito yung impedance diagram. Kung natatandaan nyo, lahat ito nakarelate na. So, ang ginagawa natin ng umpisa, kino-convert natin lahat sa per unit. Bago tayo magkaroon nito. Now, itong dalawang to, kung makikita